For the Lakers, lost another ugly game last night in the final half minute from Russell Westbrook was tough to watch. He committed a turnover, a defensive miscue, and missed a potential game-tying shot, which was the hardest and longest three-pointer he's taken this season, according to Second Spectrum. That was just the end of a game where the Lakers blew a 19-point lead to OKC. Remember, they lost to the Thunder last week after leading by 26. And to top it all off, it was also reported yesterday that LeBron James is expected to miss at least a week because of an abdominal strain. And so, Mr. Wilbon, what are we seeing right now from the Lakers and in particular from LeBron?
I'm afraid, having watched LeBron now for nearly 20 years, that we are seeing the end of his indestructibility. Not the end of his greatness, but just he can't go on like this forever. We judge too many things with the standard of Tom Brady, who's moving around, let's be fair, relative to LeBron in a small spot. LeBron is up and down the court.
Called a pocket.
A pocket. LeBron has no pocket.
That's right.
And as a matter of fact, the other night, when he had that incredible reverse two-handed throwdown, I'm still looking at him, and there's not the fluidity of movement because he's got injuries. LeBron didn't have injuries. The two things that always impressed me the most were LeBron James always makes the right play on the court, decision-making. Always, 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 always. And he was indestructible. Greeny, when you have a series of injuries 3 times in 4 years, you're not indestructible anymore. And the Lakers are not going to be the Lakers that people expect if he's,
I want to make clear what it sounds to me like we're saying. Stephen A., has the era of LeBron James being the league's dominant player come to an end?
I wouldn't go that far because I think when healthy, he could still be that guy. My question to Wilbon, albeit rhetorical, is where have you been? I mean, LeBron James was hurt last year, okay? The reality of
one is not a,
all I'm trying to say is that
pattern.
What we're seeing right now is what we anticipated. Why do you think Russell Westbrook's there? He's 4 years younger. Okay, he's averaging, he's shooting 26% from three-point range. He's averaging nearly 5 turnovers a game. But what did we say? We said LeBron is 36, and Carmelo Anthony is 37. We're looking at Russell Westbrook. You're 32. You're going to quicken the pace. You're going to push the ball up the floor. And the combination of you with Anthony Davis should be able to spell for the games we anticipated. LeBron was going to be out because he's preserving himself. That's the problem. The fact that they don't look that great. Not that LeBron is injured right now.
Stephen A., anticipating something and seeing the reality of it, two different things. I was there when Cal Ripken suddenly had to miss games and was done being indestructible. I was there to watch Walter Payton no longer be indestructible. We see this from the greatest athletes of all time, and it's hard to watch. So, yes, you can anticipate it, but the reality of it is an entirely different deal.
I'm looking at a total different lens, and I still have the Los Angeles Lakers as the clear-cut best team in basketball.
Oh, please.
That's what I have. And the thing is,
I need Jalen's
teams.
I need someone to check his glasses.
Most teams struggle without their best player. LeBron James wasn't present. AD still had 28 and 19. Here's the thing: when they get none back and they get THT back, their role players are going to fall into place.
Okay.
And I'm telling you guys, Klay's going to eventually come back. Maybe Kawhi's going to eventually come back. Murray's going to eventually come back. Don't disrespect the Utah Jazz, but I still think when the Lakers are healthy, they're the best team.
Well, when they're healthy, that clause comes up more and more now. When they're healthy,
here's what I am going to disrespect: those glasses. Those glasses. There's something wrong with those glasses because that's just not the case. Here's the deal. Let me put this on blast. If Klay Thompson and James Wiseman come back, the Warriors winning the championship, not the Lakers. Lakers can't mess with them. You got to have your point guard that can hit threes. You got to have your point guard that can avoid 5 turnovers a game. You got to have the combination of LeBron and AD doing what they're capable of doing. This is what I'm talking about when I'm looking at the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron, we've been talking about this for the last couple of years. We know how sensational he is. But there's a reason we said, is KD the best in the world? Is Giannis the Greek freak the best in the world? Because LeBron has been slipping just a touch. Not taken away from his greatness because it's still there.
But is it health the reason why?
Of course.
Yes, we're saying the same thing, Steve.
Of course.
He's had 3 seasons in L.A. prior to this one. He's only finished one of them healthy, and that was the one where they had the long layoff and then went to the bubble, and they win the championship. So, to your point, if he's all there at the end, maybe they are the team to beat, but that is a big if. To the point that you made, maybe a bigger if than it's ever felt like in his career.
He's going to be healthy come playoff time. To me, Anthony Davis is more of a question mark about health than LeBron James.
We said this last year,
He was the one that missed the playoff games last year.
But LeBron wasn't himself, wasn't the indestructible LeBron we're used to seeing. All I'm saying is, doesn't it bother you guys that they lost twice in its way.
Oklahoma City.
OKC got how many wins on the season?
Right. Yes.
2.
Correct.
Both over
26-point lead, 19-point lead, lost both games.
They've had to force easier schedule, so you hope that they would get off to a good start.
You got Wilbon concerned about LeBron's health. You got him more concerned about AD. I'm most concerned about Russell Westbrook because to me, I know, listen, AD going to be healthy or he not, period. LeBron going to be healthy or he not, period. Russell Westbrook could be 100%, and this still might not work.
So when we're debating,
this still might not work.
When we're debating which of the Lakers' concerns is the biggest, you know they've got some problems.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.